I think a lot of African women gravitate towards Afrobeats music instead of rap music or trap music because the way in which the artists speak about women or describe women or their relationships with women tends to be more respectful, you know, in Afrobeats music than it is in rap music. So what do you think about that? And do you think about that when you make your own music?
If you look at the American consumer of black music, it's primarily young white kids. And if you look at who consumes Afrobeats or cultured music that's from areas like Africa, it's mostly for their own people. So, you know, when you're kind of reflecting your own identity on your own people with the intent to uplift, the message is going to be a lot more positive and graceful, which is when you hear Afrobeats music. It's just more about a vibe, and this is how we celebrate and enjoy each other. But I feel like America is so destructive that that's become like the buying point for the consumer, where it's like, it's not that interesting to hear black people talk about good stuff that they like to do with each other in this destructive country that's filled with guns. It's like, we rather hear the shit that gets the alarms going, where it's like, yo, he really did that, he really killed this guy. And I'm not speaking down on white people as a whole. When you look at the numbers and you look at the marketplace and you understand, you know, that we have to create content that is providing wealth to our industry. And when you think about the wealth, who's buying into the storytelling, what they tend to buy into is this type of storytelling. 100%. And who the buyer is ends up being this type of buyer. So most artists who are the most gangster artists in the world, if you have a one-on-one conversation with you, they'll still tell you like, yo, I don't want to always be talking about this shit, but this is what they want. I see this first week sale thing and it's like, this artist only sold 20,000 copies their first week. It's like, yeah, but look at how big their white fan base is, because these black kids ain't buying that music. And it's like, again, when you start to look at the data and you start to understand who's buying what, it tells you a lot of the storytelling and why that type of content is being directed the way it is. So it makes a lot of sense that when you hear African music and Afro beats that's designed and made for us, it's a lot more about love and positive and vibes and creation and self-celebration. But obviously, if your consumer is the kid who wants to hear you destroy yourself, you're gonna make that type of music.